Diversity and culture. The goals and objectives of this lecture is to establish a clear and shared understanding of the concepts of diversity and culture, define the concept of cultural competency and its relevance to healthcare, and be able to perform a self-assessment of an individual cultural competency, as well as develop an awareness of the impact of culture on human dynamics. Cultural competency, a process of learning that leads to an ability to effectively respond to the challenges and opportunities posed by the presence of cultural diversity in a defined social system. Cultural competency. To be culturally competent doesn't mean you are an authority in the values and beliefs of every culture. What it means is that you hold a deep respect for cultural differences and are eager to learn and willing to accept that there are many ways of viewing the world. Why cultural competency? To respond to current and projected demographic changes in the United States, to eliminate long-standing disparities in the health statuses of people of diverse racial, ethnical, and cultural backgrounds, to improve the quality of services, to enhance the workplace environment, to meet regulatory and accrediting mandates, to decrease the likelihood of liability malpractice claims. Diversity encompasses issues related to race, color, class, age, experience, ability, gender, ethnicity, language, religion, politics, sexual orientation, sexual identity, social economic status, and resident status. Understanding culture. Individual culture is multifaceted and encompasses personality, unique style, internal factors such as gender, race, age, sexual orientation, external influences, society experiences, where individuals grow up or live, religious affiliation, organizational influences, seniority level within the organization, and work location. Disparities, avoidable differences in the incidence, prevalence, mortality, and burden of disease and other adverse health conditions that exist among specific population groups. The Institute of Medicine 2002 report on disparities. Racial and ethnic minorities tend to receive lower quality health care than whites do, even when insurance status, income, age, and severity of conditions are comparable. Disparities in health care. Infant mortality for blacks is twice the rate of whites. Cancer deaths among blacks and Latinos are high. Cervical cancer is 5 times more likely to strike Vietnamese women as white women. Native Americans have higher rates of diabetes and heart disease. Minorities are less likely to be immunized. Minorities are less likely to have regular checkups. There are assumptions. Some people stereotype. Think about when there's a time when you have made an assumption that led you to discrimination. Successful organizations have the ability to value diversity, conduct ongoing self-assessment, manage the dynamics of difference, acquire the institutionalized cultural knowledge, adjust to diversity and the cultural context of the communities they serve. The elements of cultural competency is the awareness of one's own culture, understanding the dynamics of difference, and awareness and acceptance of difference, development of cultural knowledge, and celebration of diversity. Reflections. Each person is likely to have his own personal system of values which he believes to be preferable to some others. Those values he prefers are likely to be heavily weighted in favor of those in his own cultural background, whether or not he realizes it. Cited Condon and Yusuf, 1975. Personal culture on communication. incorrect assumptions about the other, language and communication style issues, bias against the unfamiliar, personal values, conflict, and expectations that other will conform to the established norms of stereotypes. Communication. Doctors and other healthcare providers today devote far more time and thought to the words of a pathologist, and these are words that are often not even heard but read off a computer screen, than to the words of the man or the woman for whose life they have taken responsibility. To offer culturally appropriate care requires being open to the expectations, perceptions, and realities of various individuals and communities. One last thought. Every relationship we have is successful because we are culturally competent with that individual. All hate is self-hate. It is more important to know what sort of person this disease has than what sort of disease this person has. Thank you.